Hello everyone. So today we are going to do another LeetCode problem, and the problem name is length of last word. So we are going to implement our three-step method to this problem and try to solve it. Right. So our first step is to read the whole question with example. You are given a string S consisting of words and spaces. Return the length of the last word in the string. A word is a maximal substring consisting of non-space characters only. Substring is a continuous non-empty sequence of character within a string, right? So in our example one, in hello world, we have the last word as world and the length of world is 5, so answer would be 5. Similarly, we have another example in which we have fly me to the moon, my bad, to the moon, and last word is moon, and its length is 4, so answer is 4. Please notice that we have to omit these spaces, right? So it's a non-empty sequence, so you can't answer that this would be our last word from this, so it has to be a valid substring, that is, it that should not contain any empty characters in between. Similarly, we have this, and in this the last word is joy boy, so the length is 6, so answer is 6. And if we look at the constants, the length could be 10 raised to power 4, and s consists of only English letter and spaces. There will be at least one word in the s, so there would be no empty strings, right? Okay, let's jump to step 2, that is think of 3-4 test cases other than the provided one in the question, right? So one string that come to my mind is what if there is only one string? Then we can have empty string with only one word in it, right? And then we can have completely empty string. Maybe we will have to check whether it is accepting a empty string or not. Let's do empty string. Okay. There must be at least one word in s, so yeah, there should be at least one character. Empty string is not valid. Let's say we have a, it's a single word. Let's see if it is able to take that. So I've created this where there are sequence of empty, there are sequence of characters. So let's see what would be the answer for this. Okay, so for this answer is 1 because last character is a. Our last valid substring would be a, and answer would be 1. For this answer should be 4, and for this answer should be 6, right? Because that's the length of this character. 4 characters are in the last, that means answer is 4. Here last character is substring is a, where valid substring is, that means we have to omit this space, blank spaces, and last character is before a space is this, right? So answer is 1. Similarly, in this case only one string is there, so that would be our answer. Now we jump to next step, that is write down your thought process while you find the solution to these cases. So let's write down our observations here. First things first, need to omit the spaces at the end, because in front, if even if there is a space, we won't mind that, but if there it is present in the end, we need to omit that, right? If single word is there, single word is there, that is the answer. That means by default, if we are not able to find any space, or we are not able to find any substring, then S is our answer. So by default, S is our answer. Third point, uh, you might have noticed we started from end and we tried to go towards the starting to find a space, because then that would be a length of the last substring. Like we started from here, let's say I'm here, I count start my count starts, I go to 1 2 3 4. After that I encounter this, there is a space, so our substring that we have currently have is this, so we return the length of this substring. So we are trying to find the space from the end. I hope that makes sense. We can do the same here as well. I start from backwards. So firstly we have to omit the spaces. We omit the spaces, then we try to find the empty string from end. So we encounter a character, we move on, then we find a empty space, we return the length we have so far, so we answer 1. Similarly in this case, we try to find the spaces, but there was no spaces, since it's a single string and there's no spaces in it, so by default this would be our answer, the length of the string. I hope that makes sense. Let's just code it. By default we are returning as dot length, considering that string is uh, there is no spaces in the string, like in the front and in the end. So firstly we need to omit that. Let's create a uh, string variable. We try to omit the blank spaces in the end, right? uh, we do a trim operation on it. Now this would be a default string, that is, if there is a space on the front end blank, we have omitted that completely. Then what we need to do is we need to iterate over it from backside. So it's better always to iterate over character array, because then you are able to get the element quickly and you don't have to do to-char array, to-char at function again and again, this function. So we try to convert it into character array, then we do any kind of operation on it. So since we are doing it from the backwards, we declare a variable that would be equals to var.length -1, and we will run it till it's greater than equals to 0. That's our base condition. Now what we are looking for, we are looking whether var.I is equals to empty string. If that's the case, we return um, the length that we have equipped so far. So length that we are currently on is the index, and the total length would be var.length. We are going to subtract the current index, and we are also going to remove one from it, because if we have, let's say this is our let's do that on here. So if we do the indexing here it would be 0, here it would be 1 2 3 4 5, right? So let's say length for this is 5, and we have omitted the empty spaces, right? Okay, let's do that here only, because there are more spaces there, and let's just assume that there, let's do indexing for this. It would be 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, right? If we start from the backwards, we know that the length of this string is 9, and the index that we encounter, the encounter the spaces on 7. So if we do 9 minus 7, that gives you 2, but actual length is 1. Since indexing starts from 0 instead of 1, we are removing 1, or we can also add 1 here, and then we are basically increasing our indexing so that it's not 0 based index, it's 1 based index. We can say that, or we can directly minus 1 here, do a minus 1 here. Right, we are converting this length into zero based indexing. You can say that last index would be now 8 instead of 9. Right, that's what we are trying to do here, and by default we are returning the length of the whole string. That is, we did not encounter any kind of substring in the string where there was a character, so where there was an empty space, so whole string is a substring. That means that is our answer. Let's run this. Okay, 2 character array. Okay, we need to convert it into an array. Here length function does not need braces. Okay. Let's submit this. So it's a pretty good solution. It beats 100% of the submission, and it runs in 0 milliseconds, and it does not require any additional space as well. We just need another character array for the iteration. And if we do analysis of the time complexity here, so it would be big of n, because it's dependent on the length of the string, and in worst case we need to iterate over the whole string itself, where our default base condition would be hit, right? And if we look at the space complexity, I think it would be same as big of n, because it depends on the length of the string. We need to declare an array that is equals to the length of the string. So yeah, both time and space complexity will be big of n. Okay, that's pretty much it. That's how you can also solve this problem. I hope I was able to explain it well, and thank you so much.